Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Welcome back.
Thanks for joining us for another reaction. Our reaction channel has been blowing up, all thanks to you and your great recommendations. But one thing we haven't gotten to yet has been Aerosmith.
Yes.
And we don't know much about Aerosmith, right?
No, not really. I think I've only ever, off the top of my head, can recall one song. I don't even remember what it's called, but they used to play it at all of the, preteen dances when I was, a young preteen, I guess, 13, 15 age. And I remember it was, a slow dance song, and that was the only song I can think of that I remember being Aerosmith.
Yeah, I think there's, like you said, maybe one or two songs that I would recognize if I heard them.
Yes.
But I don't know the titles of them, and I couldn't list off Aerosmith songs either. But I know I have not heard Crazy before.
Yeah, no, I definitely never heard this.
This is totally unfamiliar territory to me. But apparently it was a really popular song, and one of their more popular songs at that. So we do know they're a rock band, right?
Yes.
And Steven Tyler.
That's the only song that I can recall was a slow song.
Yeah, I think they have a mix of that though. Some of their bigger hits, from what I was seeing, is that when I looked into the group, is that some of them are ballads, that power ballad type thing that has been a bigger hit for them. But they've tried to kind of mask they needed to be a rock band, so they didn't want to have too much of that stuff.
Okay, that makes
sense. So they tried to have some rocky stuff and some of the
a little mix.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So I think maybe that's why they were so big, right?
Yeah.
They were able to switch it up so much. Anyways, we'll find out with this one.
So they could be played at preteen dances.
Exactly. So Steven Tyler, right, is the lead singer. I know him. I think I've seen him obviously on maybe American Idol and stuff like that before. Cool. But I he was kind of obviously past his performing prime, or what I would expect was their prime, but I could be wrong because I know nothing about them, and somebody might come in the comments and be like, no bro, they actually got way bigger in 2010, so that's quite possible as well. But anyways, the point is we needed to get Aerosmith on the channel because we don't know anything about them. They're a huge group, in terms of music folklore. They will be going down in history, I'm sure, as one of the biggest bands of all time. And it's probably sacrilegious if we haven't included them on the channel thus far.
I think that's fair to say.
So you ready to check out some Aerosmith?
Yeah, let's do Crazy.
All right.
Picking a little wedgie.
Come here, baby. You drive me up a wall, the way you make good for all the nasty tricks you pull. Seems like we're making up more than we're making love. And it always seems you got something on your mind other than me. Girl, you got to change your crazy ways. You hear me? Say you're leaving on a 7:30 train and that you're heading out to Hollywood. Girl, you've been giving me the line so many times it kinda gets like feeling bad looks good. Yeah. That kind of loving turns a man to a slave. That kind of loving sends a man right to his grave.
killed your vibe there.
I was like, hey.
So here's your dance that you could be going to with this song.
Literally, I know.
This is basically a power ballad. I feel like that we were talking about.
This is definitely the vibe I was envisioning,
Yeah.
from like what I remember. And also once it started playing, like I don't think I've ever heard the full song, but I think the chorus might have been in some like chick flicky kind of movies that I've seen before.
Yeah, I think maybe there's a crazy, like
Yes,
a
that song.
5-second bit there I might have
Yeah.
heard before, but I haven't like, other than the peak vocal and the chorus after
Yeah.
it trails out, I hadn't heard that. So
Yeah, no, me either. I was just thinking like that little small spot. I think
Yeah.
sometimes like at a split second in like a transition in a movie.
Yeah,
or
well, I
something.
think with some of the songs that we've gotten to know, from the classics, quote unquote, we've noticed that they have been in movies.
Yes.
It's been like just little excerpts, which is normal, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have the soundtracks in these
For sure.
films, but we definitely have not, checked out the full 6 minutes.
No, definitely not. Also, I love that Alicia Silverstone is like the main
I was gonna
character.
say,
in the
but
video.
and who's the brunette?
I don't know. She looks familiar, but I can't remember what her name is.
Yeah, I'm not great with actresses' names, but I recognize her as
Mm-hmm.
well. Lots of sex in this one. It is got some vibrancy in terms of showing off the pretty ladies in this one.
Yes,
so,
definitely.
but I
Bent
think
over pumping the gas machine.
I think Aerosmith's kind of known for that, right? I think that what I mean, I just said I don't know anything about
Yeah.
them, but from what I do know, I feel like I've heard through like those tabloids or
True.
entertainment TV or whatever it is,
Yeah.
on media you hear about them, kind of alluding to Steven Tyler being in that
Playboy?
yeah, that aspect, which kind of plays into the song because like I feel like it's the way he's singing, right?
Yeah.
And this crazy idea, his
Yeah.
idea of being crazy, which kind of goes in line with I would assume this is.
It's like seductive, raspy.
Yeah.
way.
I don't know if this is associated with the movie or not, because a lot of the ones, some music videos we've seen, they've put into,
Yeah,
and we've
maybe.
got Alicia Silverstone, right? So maybe they just
Yeah.
recruited her for the video.
Let
You
us
guys
know,
can
guys.
let us know in those comments. But anyways, with the song, we'll make this quick. We'll get back into it. But I really like the guitar work. I
me
really,
too.
I really like the bass that they're using in this one. He's got a great vocal, like the layering that's in it. It's a really great song. It's almost got some soul to it. It feels like.
Yeah, the thing I like the like raspy, almost like seductive kind of tone
Yeah,
of the way he's delivering the vocal.
Yeah, like the rock power ballad
Yeah.
kind of vibe, but I do feel like it's got a lot of like soul feel in it.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying it. It's a great vibe overall. I'm wondering if we're going to get into any like guitar solos or anything like that as we get in, because it's a little bit longer song. But you ready to find out if we do get into that? All right, let's keep going.
I'm losing my mind. Girl,
tractor's still going in circles.
Crazy.
Oh gosh.
Oops. I wonder if that video was controversial at the time that it came out, whenever that was, 1992 or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
I wonder because it's not that long ago, and obviously we see some of the things that have been released lately. In particular, we've discussed it. We won't talk about it now, but it's very vulgar, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And whatever. I don't really care personally, but I think like there are certain tracks that kids probably shouldn't be listening to in that regard.
For sure.
But I wonder if there was some circumstances with this, because I feel like this is probably the most sexualized video that we've watched dating back.
Like from that kind of era.
Yeah, I mean, it's still like the 90s where we're getting into like some changes in society. Like I feel like 80s, 70s were more reserved, obviously.
Yeah.
Society looked at things differently. So I wonder, if this was kind of the transition, or if this was just, if we get into more Aerosmith, this is representative of them as a whole. Because I did feel like the guitar solo had this like sexualization
like
vibe.
a sex appeal.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. The guitar solo had sex appeal to it, and that it was supposed to sound seductive.
Yeah.
Which is great. I love that composition part of the guitar as well.
Yeah.
And I liked how they layered it on top of the bass, as I mentioned earlier. So, a great song. I really enjoyed it. But
I did too.
those are my thoughts, like I said. Anything else you wanted to add?
Just that this just triggered me. This Aerosmith, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. That's the one from the preteen dances. So that's the song that I know.
Got it.
When I saw it, I was like, that's it. But yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, like if, I don't want to ramble on for too long, but if we look back to, we were talking more recently about how Van Halen and how they brought a lot of like sexualization into their lyrics and like their music, and they're a little bit before this, right? So I feel like it was probably building. So this is probably even like built on more from that as well, and maybe into the 90s it got like more prominent, which led us to where we are now.
Yeah, I just think like especially the visual representations, like we had a Hot for Teacher, right, from Van Halen, for example. You brought up Van Halen, so that's why I'm just going there. But like there were some aspects in it like that were, like I said, we talked about it in the video, I think, whether that would be questionable at the time. But in this, like they're going skinny dipping, and like you're seeing them, acting like they're being promiscuous by like, with the guy from the farmer guy, and then they were in the club there at one point, and then the guy with the pool table and all this other stuff where they're having fun, right?
Yeah.
But using
suggestive.
Yeah, but using their image right there to do so, and I don't know if that's been portrayed so much in just one composition. With Hot for Teacher, for example, it was like bits and pieces, but it was largely the band.
Yeah.
Right, in this video, it was mostly just them for 6
visuals.
minutes.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't find it provocative or anyway, but I just
for
think
the time,
relative to everything we've seen. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling now. But I was just going on the point that you made. But did you like the song?
Yeah, I did. I really like the song. I like their sound. I think it's different, right? Like you said, it's kind of like a blend of, it still has a rocky feel to it, but it is also like very slowed down and has like more of that kind of like power ballad vibe to it too, which I think is cool because I don't think we've really done a lot like that yet on the channel.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, there's a couple Evanescence songs that had a little bit of a ballad feel to it, but I feel like this is even different from that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say that we haven't done anything like this. Like November Rain is a great example of that as well. But I think it's just, we haven't done anything from Aerosmith's version of it, which is maybe why it's composed a little bit differently. So anyways, I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction. If you did, you know what to do. Hit the like button for us and leave us a comment. We always appreciate insights. So give us some insights about Aerosmith. Let us learn about them. Let us know what direction you think we should go in, what we should check out next. And down the road, maybe we'll get into some live versions. So don't jump into the live stuff too quickly. We don't like to go and start doing live stuff because it doesn't sound the same, right? Like I know a lot of people... And there are some groups that, you can say sound absolutely amazing, but it's very rare that the studio version is going to resemble the live version. And you guys listen to Aerosmith for the first time, not live, in a studio version. So we're trying to experience that with these great artists in the same way. So you want to let us know where to go. We'd appreciate that. Hit those comments and come back tomorrow and check out our next reaction video.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.